My name is Denarius Lewis. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm an author, entrepreneur, real estate investor, a guy with many hats. I've written a couple of books. You guys were able to check that out as well. You can just pass it around. I'll do that differently. So what we're going to go through today is the power of networking. For you to get to where you want to go, you have to network with someone to get you there. My first job outside of high school was Dairy Queen. I graduated high school out in Burnsville. You got some Dairy Queen workers in here? No, you're a Dairy Queen worker? No, you just like Dairy Queen? Me too. My first job was Dairy Queen. And there you go. First job was Dairy Queen. Now I own a couple businesses. My first business I own is Motivated Investors Group. It's a marketing consulting firm. We help people build their websites, apps, their vision on social media, helping people get viral, get their clout up. Myself, I have over 10,000 followers on Instagram, 13,000 on LinkedIn, 13,000 on Twitter, 13,000 on Facebook, the list goes on. And so what we're going to go through is networking. This is a very interactive conversation. I'm going to go around the room and ask everyone, what is your goals? Where do you want to see yourself in the next 5 years? What are you doing today to get you there? And in what ways can I assist you? A lot of my friends are mayors, police departments, entrepreneurs, whatever that looks like. I've been blessed to, again, be at the table, but now I'm at the position now that I create my own table. So my goal is, again, give you guys advice towards where we want to go. I also manage, 2018 and 19, I was managing artists in the music realm as well. So for those who want to be an artist, I have a lot of friends who are artists. I've done music videos. You'll see me popping, really rocking in some of them too, you know what I mean? So we'll go through some narrative. Yeah, I'm funny, so y'all get used to it. So when you're stepping out in life, you're going to be either a problem solver or a problem maker. It's really up to whatever decision you choose. So when you're stepping out to be a problem solver, you're going to be either a person that's an activist, you're going to jump into business, you're going to be looking for internships, you're going to be looking for college, and you're going to be looking for the workforce. When I first started out as a young kid at 15 years old, my first job was Dairy Queen, but my side job was being an entrepreneur. I used to buy and sell iPhones on Craigslist and flip them. That was my niche, that was my thing. But what I really wanted to do was, again, find a way to change the world. And whatever that looked like, I had to ultimately find ways to be around people who were very successful and whatever that looked like. So my story, I went to 3 colleges in 3 years. Went to college in Iowa. I was a part of the national champion wrestling team in cross country. After suffering my 9th concussion, I said, I'm done wrestling, I'm done trying to be this macho guy. I went up to school in California, and then I went to St. Cloud State. And within that transfer of me going through life, I ended up being homeless. Survived this summer in 2013 with $1.78. That's me at 21 years old. So literally just a few years out of high school, I hit rock bottom. But I met a mentor, and she put the right books in my hand and put me in the right direction. And again, it all came from me learning how to network and being around people who were very successful. At that point in my life, she was making $100,000 a month residually. She was in her 60s. And a lot of the information I'm going to tell you today is all from all things I've learned, from the experiences that I've been able to gain.
Is this a scamming, like, is this a scam or something?
No, there's people who make a lot of money out here. Look at LeBron. How much do you think LeBron James makes? He's a billionaire. Jay-Z, billionaire. But Beyonce, her net worth is $400 million. They just built the brand, they built the business, and the money just flows in. I own real estate. So I have money. I have people who pay me money each month to live in my property.
Oh, so you're a landlord?
Yeah, I'm a landlord. 26. I used to be homeless when I was 22. Yeah, I'm a landlord now. First homeowner in my entire family. So when you're stepping in your life, what is your value proposition? What do you offer? How will you conquer your industry? And what makes you different from others? Everyone in this room is wearing different clothes. We have different hair, skin tones, fingerprints, personalities. The list goes on and on. So what separates you from everyone else is the value that you bring to the world. So what value do you bring? What is your passion? What is your purpose? And where do you see yourself going? Yeah, you're young right now, but you eventually will age. You'll eventually have to learn how to pay bills, pay rent, get a car, gas, food, the life skills that, again, we're not taught. We have to figure it out. I grew up in a single parent household, my mom, and I only knew how to struggle. I only knew how to live paycheck to paycheck because that's all I saw. So what separated me to know that something was different, I saw this movie called The Social Network. It was the Facebook movie, how Facebook became a reality. And I knew that success could happen And at 15 years old, when I watched that movie, I created 2 websites right there on the spot, and I knew that being an entrepreneur, trying to figure it out, was the path that I wanted to take. So what is your proposition? What is your passion? What's your passion? I told you I was going to go around the room. No, I shot down. What's up?
I don't know.
What do you like to do?
Like cooking, I guess, or like
Video games? So you want to be like Ninja? Fortnite? See, you gotta elaborate. You like Fortnite or you like Call of Duty? What's up? You got
I like
2K?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, see? We're on the same page. I can't do Fortnite. I ain't with that.
Alright.
Alright, so what do you want to do with video games?
Either make them
Alright.
or play them.
Alright.
That's something.
You can do either. When I was 19, I created my first app for iPhone. So I created a video game, so you can do it.
What?
Yeah, I created an app when I was 19 called Zombie Doodle. I'll tell a little story about that as well later on. But yeah, you can do that. What's your passion? Sure. What's that? Read? So with reading, what do you want to do with that? Psychologist. All right, cool. What makes you want to get into psychology? You like helping people. Psychology is really cool. That's my first book is about psychology. So cool. So everyone in this room has a different value proposition. Everyone in this room has a different purpose, passion, interest. And for whatever interest you want or whatever field you want to go down, my goal at the end of the day is simply just trying to help you guys bridge that gap. A lot of my friends have been there, done that, and my goal is to help anyone be successful in their life. Like I said, I'm a motivational speaker, but outside of that, I want everyone to be successful in life. No one should ever have to go through life struggling, because that's not what life is intended. We get one life, we might as well enjoy the most of it as we're here. What's your passion? What's that? Animals. All right, what do you want to do with animals? Say it again. Animal groomer? I foster animals, so we have a little foster dog. So I just got into dogs. I'm a cat lover, whatever. But dogs are cool, I guess. He's nice. I like him. His name is Mandalorian. So. Okay, you want to be a YouTuber or something like that? You guys, I don't know for you. So what do you want to do with makeup? A makeup artist? All right. So what makes you want to get into that? Did you like to be on fleek? That's why. I see. I'm just joking. What do you want to do? There's millions of opportunities out here, and there's billions of dollars out here as well. So your value proposition is what you want to do. So when I was very young, again, I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I didn't know how to make that happen. I didn't have the experience. My goal was to be in marketing. Well, my first job was Dairy Queen. No one's going to hire me to help them go viral or help them build a website if I haven't done it. So what I had to do was that I started to surround myself with people who were doing it. Like I said, I had that mentor who was making a lot of money. And so at 19 years old, I joined the Chambers of Commerce. Does anyone know what the Chambers of Commerce is? My point. I didn't know that either. And I picked up a book. And the book was called Branding Yourself by Kyle Lacey and Eric Deckers. It said, do what professionals do, wear what professionals wear, and go where professionals go. And I joined the Chambers of Commerce. And the Chambers of Commerce, every city has it. It's just a bunch of business owners that come together weekly, 7 a.m. in the morning to 9 a.m., and they just talk. They do business together, they make money together, and they grow their business. And they support people in that ecosystem. So I met a lady, and I was at the table, 19 years old, only brother in the entire room. I had my insecurities, I was the brokest in the room, and I didn't know. I just wanted to be an entrepreneur. And a lot of the people I surrounded myself with, I learned what entrepreneur looked like. A lot of the people I hang out to this day, I'm 26 years old, not too much older than you guys. A lot of my friends are over 40 years old, 30, 50, 60, and I barely hang out with people my own age. And it's because of where I'm at now, intellectually and what I want to do. But I have to really understand that if I want to be successful, I have to be around people who are successful. And a lot of my friends trap. And the trap I'm talking about is not legal. And so I looked around, I'm the only person who's trapping books, trapping real estate. My trap is different. And so if I'm going to do things differently, I have to surround myself with the people who fit my future, not my past. You'll hear that when you grow up as well. Sometimes I had to separate myself from my day ones and realize my day ones, again, either they're going to be envious or they're going to be jealous. But at the end of the day, I'm just putting my best foot forward, putting my faith out here, and I'm just looking to make something different of my life. And I was homeless at one point, And life's a lot different now. These are some apps I highly recommend checking out. It's called Meetup, Eventbrite, and Facebook Event Page. These are 3 apps and tools you'll learn as you grow older and get into the fields you want to get into. This is how you make things happen. When I was 19 years old, I wanted to be around people who were making money, who were doing things differently, and I looked at these apps, and it was free. And one of the coolest opportunities I got was I literally looked on Eventbrite, this app right here, scrolling, it said free food, free wine. I wasn't 21, but I looked like I was, so I showed up with a bow tie, fitted, and I was networking. And someone there liked our conversation, they connected me to the next person, and that person invited me to be on part of their board of directors for a nonprofit. And it all came from networking. And that opportunity came, another opportunity came from me networking. I was part of another nonprofit. And I met one of my coolest mentors. This guy makes like $100,000 a day. He has so much real estate, and he was just, and then he's a really good friend of mine, but it all happened with me networking. And it all came from these free apps. So people, we're gonna go around the room, everyone, whatever passion, whatever that looks like, whether it's video games. You go on Eventbrite, you can get paid to be a video gamer now, up to $100,000. EA Sports is building a big facility out here, out in Eagan actually. We can go and just play video games, get paid to play Fortnite, get paid to play Madden. I'm 2K, so if you about that, play with me. This is your management team. Everyone in your life, you're gonna have this. You're gonna have haters, you're gonna have supporters, you're gonna have motivators. Our haters are our motivators. Anyone got any haters in the room? Not one. Anyone got haters in their life. My point. Sometimes it's even your own family and friends. It happens. I've been there. When I told my mom that I wanted to leave school and not finish my college education, she was the biggest hater. And now she's the biggest supporter. What happened? What changed? Well, I told her what I was going to do, and I just had to do it. Because again, you have goals that are different than the people who have goals for you or aspirations for you. It's up to you to live up to your belief and just believe in yourself. Supporters. You're going to have people who support you. The people who supporters, they have kind advice, but they may not know how to direct you in it. So you're going to have a lot of people who are going to support you. They're going to be by your side, but again, they don't know how to connect you to a person or how to get you that job or how to, again, make an introduction for you. Then you're going to have mentors. So I had a mentor when I was very young, 19, and she was making $100,000 a month. She not only mentored me, but she gave me the right books. She brought me to the table where I could learn what people were talking about. When I was hearing numbers of so-and-so making $500,000 a month, where I thought it was, again, a scam, but so-and-so had this passive income, he had this passive income, and so on and so on. Because there's a lot of money out here. LeBron James' contract a year is literally $75 million. Just dribble a ball. Not downplay him, he's very good, woo, 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 but we got doctors who save lives that don't get paid that amount of money. So it really goes down to the value proposition, and some fields you're getting paid more. But as an entrepreneur, like myself, I write my own paychecks, I pay people. This summer, we're hiring 16 to 21-year-olds, $14 an hour.
You said this summer?
This summer, yep, June. Connect with me. I'll show you you can connect if you're looking for a job. But we're hiring kids. We're helping people really get into the corporate world. Call centers, you're gonna learn that you gotta have some experiences. What we learned is that once you get out of high school, the only thing you have on your career, on your resume is either Burger King, McDonald's, Dairy Queen. I was one of those kids. So when I went out and tried to get a big boy job, I didn't have any experiences, I didn't have any skills, because I, again, wasn't working those jobs at that age. Because again, not many people are gonna give young kids without skills or experience a job. So we're looking to change that narrative and help individuals get the communication skills. And I used to be a debt collector as well. And what really helped me resonate myself, I had a lady sitting next to me. She was getting paid the same amount of money as me. I was getting paid $10 an hour, but she had 2 masters, and I had a high school diploma. And I still have a high school diploma. And I was like, oh wow. And who's all heard this? Go to school, get good grades, go to college. Who's all heard that phrase? You all have heard it. But one thing you'll learn is that even if you go down that path and you get a degree, you still may be broke. And I literally have friends who have all the degrees I would aspire to have, but not the debt that I want to have.